Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is pretty cool. So while I am here, though, let's go ahead and take a peek and do a little update on Colorado COVID cases real quick. So again, I'm probably going to do like this little like opening thing, whatever, kind of like every time that I run one of these locals, just to be transparent with why we're doing them. I know a lot of people are very critical about running any kind of local during this time, and I do agree that depending on the location of yourself and how bad the COVID cases are spreading, you probably should be like avoiding this thing. However, Colorado has been overall fairly responsible, fairly active, and having more strict policies than other states when it comes to containing COVID in terms of like how they've handled the restaurant closures, things like that. We're seeing a lot of states double back and try and adopt similar policies, or even go even farther. For example, California's governor mandated all masks to be wearers, everyone who goes outside to wear a mask. Texas's governor just went back and closed bars again after having them opened, and he's doing limited capacity for restaurants, trying to slow it down after Texas has had an awful week in terms of what's happening for them. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up. This is just conveniently available off Google. You can see I've just done this one right here. This is where I'm pulling the numbers from. So for Colorado this week of June, we are seeing an uptick currently. So we had a low point of about 166 reported cases on June 22nd, and it has steadily climbed up. And we've actually had the highest case reporting in a while, actually, several weeks actually, at 324. Yeti sponsors Kansas City mandated masks, and that's something that I've also taken account for events. So the things that we are doing at this event, we're limiting the number of entrants. We have a huge venue, like this little room that you guys can kind of see in this particular camera. There's a whole other like side to it, as it is. In fact, like just off camera, there's like 2-3 couches with like a whole other monitor there. We're limiting the number of people that are allowed in this room to about, I think it was 6 at total. So it's like the 2 sets of gamers for a total of 4 and the 2 casters, pretty much. So no more than like 6 people in this room at once. And then throughout the rest of the venue, it's a huge convention center where we got like the open floor itself. We have seats spaced out apart. So there's a lot of social distancing happening right now. To ensure that we're not really like cramming ourselves in. So it's not like we're jamming in 100 people into this event. Everyone's mandated to wear a mask for this event as well. It has shown by experts to heavily reduce the possibility of the coronavirus spreading from individual to individual. So that is something that's always mandated to have. We're sanitizing the equipment as we go through. Steak Fox has been fantastic about that. You could see him scrambling about in the previous VOD. You probably won't see him tonight because he will be leaving after his tournament play, so he can go home, spend the evening with his wife because he's been here since 10 a.m. I'm not going to have him stay for that one. We do have someone else covering us, though. And Colorado remains to be on the lower side of things. So a couple hundred. We have our highest cases reported yesterday in a while of 324. And I'll be upfront with you. If Colorado numbers continue to increase like this of reported cases, I will not run a local in 2 weeks. That's the other precaution we have in place, is that this isn't a weekly local. This is a bi-weekly local. There's an incubation period of 2 weeks. We want to give time in between each event so that if one of us does get sick, they can notify us so we can shut everything down, get everybody tested. I've been working out in public for several months in the restaurant business, having to wear a mask. I have yet to contract the virus, and I'm very fortunate for that one. I've had friends who have been out to the protests that we've had in honor of Black Lives Matter, and they have also worn masks, and they've been around hundreds of people. They haven't contracted it yet either. These things help out a lot. So with all those things in consideration, as well as the lower case rate for Colorado, I think that we're lucky enough to where we can try this out. You're moving into Denver? That is awesome, Yeti Spawn. I hope that goes well for you, brother. I'm very happy to see that one. A lot of people I've seen, because I work in a restaurant, and a lot of people of all age groups are very conscientious. Even older citizens, that you might imagine like, oh, they're cynical of it, even though they're in like a high risk group. Even they are coming out wearing masks and coming through. So I'm very happy to see just how many people have stepped up to be responsible in this case. This is a very serious disease. It's something I have put at the front of my all of my posts regarding this tournament. And I've asked people that, hey, if you are in a high-risk group, if you have family that you live with that are in a high-risk group for coronavirus, don't come out to these events. Please don't risk it. For those of us that aren't in those higher risk groups, for those of us that have these safety standards in place, for those of us that feel comfortable enough to take these risks, that is why we are doing this. And Monomoto, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Happy to see you joining the channel and your support. You can use the commands button. Oh, there he is over there. I see you. Yeah, I see him bouncing off over there. So you can hit those up. Appreciate you, Steak Wolf. Fuck. I almost got you, Steak Wolf, like unironically. Yeah, thank you, Dad. Yeah. Okay, thanks for sending that to me, brother. Let me hit that one real quick. I know, yeah, no, it legit slipped out. I am so upset about myself right now. Let me update this Match Arena real quick. We do have a Match Arena live for this tournament as well, my friends. You can use the command !Match Arena to pull up a link to it, as well as the coupon code where you can add money to the prize pool yourself, either through a donation. Use the coupon code to add a free 50 cents. Nothing out of your pocket. Really easy to do. We're at an extra $11.80 so far for our top 3 placing competitors today. It is wonderful to have that. As I was saying, though, let me go ahead, actually. I'm going to pull up the tournament page itself and show you what I've written. You can hear Brian's Frieza. So let me pull this up real quick. And I just want to be fair because I talked a bit, and a couple other TOs have been very vocal, very adamant about, like, oh, don't run these blacklist people that do this stuff. I say if you're in those, like, super explosive areas like Florida, who's, like, topping 5,000 reported cases a day, you shouldn't be trying shit. You should not be trying anything. For a place that has, like, statewide, has way less numbers than that, a little easier to do.
If you buy a Matcherino branded hoodie, 100% of the money goes to the prize pool, and Matcherino takes 0 of that. So it's basically a free hoodie if you were going to donate to the pot anyway. $35, you get a hoodie, and that $35 goes to the pot. So
did you say pot?
Pot, buy a hoodie.
That was Steak Fox, everybody. Announcing that one too. If you want to get some swag and add to the pot, everybody wins. That's always an approach too. So this is the transcript that I've written on the front page of it itself. While Akihabara Arcade remains closed, that is our home, of course, take an opportunity to resume local play in the safest facility possible with precautions. Lone Tree Hub, Steak Fox has been kind enough to set up and provide a gaming center for FGC events, $10 venue fee, which is more, 20 players maximum. All competitors are required to wear masks to attend. Hygiene, frequent hand washing, limiting physical contact, no handshakes or fist bumps are also required. This venue is spacious enough to allow 20 people while maintaining social distancing. Head-to-head setups are required for all tournament play to ensure distance between competitors. No previous competitor has reported symptoms or positive test results for coronavirus. So I checked in with everybody. Nobody's coming down with it. So this is one reason why I've chosen to run this again. Colorado also continues to report lower COVID numbers in states suffering from spikes by a wide margin. Colorado is currently on an uptick. If it continues an uptick through this next week, I will not host an event in 2 weeks until Colorado, and I won't host an event until Colorado gets back down to lower numbers. Keeping an eye on that, my friends. As such, we feel it is safe enough to run another event with precautions in place. So long as these 2 criteria are met and Colorado does not see a substantial rise in reported cases, we will continue to plan these events. Should one of the aforementioned cases arise, all future events will be halted immediately. So as I said, guys, we're having an opportunity. We think that we can get away with this, and we're hoping that we can, and we're trying to do our best. A lot of us have to work in these conditions as it is. Certainly, if work is able to give precautions to us in place that allow us to reduce almost to hopefully a 0% chance, it won't be entirely zero. There's always a risk. Hopefully, if we can do that in our day-to-day lives, we can do that here and have some fun as we do so. To be absolutely clear, there is no guarantee that we can keep these events, I totally mistyped, so safe that there's a 0% chance of contracting coronavirus. The safety precautions taken will reduce it significantly, but all attendees must be aware of the risks they are taking in doing this. If any symptoms present themselves shortly after the event, we ask that you get tested and inform the TO of the results. I am the TO. We ask that if you or someone in close proximity to you, roommates, coworkers, family, are in a higher risk group for COVID-19 to not attend this event. As stated, there is no absolute guarantee. There are several risk factors that contacting the virus, such as permanent lung damage, higher chance of stroke, extended hospitalizations. These are risks you should be aware before attending any event. I'm not trying to receive this on the rug. I do know that COVID is serious. I do also know that there are ways that we can reduce it. Places have reported that there wasn't a spike in cases due to the protesting that went on for Black Lives Matter. So it seems that there are some safety precautions that do help out a lot. I also have heard, though, that a lot of states cut back on testing so that you couldn't implicate the protests, but that's a rabbit hole to go down to later. I'm just trying to talk everything out and try to address all sides. Fortunately, research from the WHO and CDC have indicated that through proper hygiene, mask wearing can significantly reduce the spread of this dangerous disease and allow for safer social gatherings. That's why the masks are a requirement. With that said, I hope you all remain safe. So that is like the long of it, my friends, about my philosophy behind running this thing. Simply to, hey there, I was wondering if it's still possible to sign up for the tournament. We're about to start, simply. We're about to start. I don't know how far out you are, either, if you're like close to Lone Tree. because this is a in-person local. But I appreciate you asking, my friend. Okay, and as it is right now, too, I should get things underway. That way I don't keep some of the other TOs here too long tonight. I'm not sure when we're supposed to get the hell out of Dodge. So, any hooda. 6 of you in the chat right now. Thank you all so much for coming on in and listening to that tangent of sorts. Again, I have to stress, guys, that not everyone should be trying this out. If you're in a state that is having a huge spike, Texas, Florida, California, don't try anything right now. Please stay safe. Colorado currently has been doing pretty well. It looks like it might change, though, in the future. I'm hoping that isn't the case, but if it is, I will stop doing these events for the meantime, checking in on everybody, making sure that everybody's staying safe. There is a way to game responsibly and to enjoy a little bit of the companionship that we all come to know and love. So, but yeah, that's my 2 cents. Feel free to blacklist me. Probably wasn't going to work with you anyway, but that's simple as that, my friends. So, this is the Tournament Camera.